Welcome to the video, guys. Excuse the mess, I'm currently just moving in, so I thought I'd do a quick video on how to plumb in a washing machine. The first thing you're going to want to do then is get it all unpacked, make sure it's all alright and there's no damage to it, which is what I'm currently just doing now. And then the second part is making sure you've got a space to put it. Obviously you want somewhere suitable, you need to have water supply, waste and power. So obviously I've got my water supply here, which I'll connect it to. The one on the right's for a dishwasher, which I probably won't use. I've got my waste here, and then I can plug it in that bottom bit down there. But as you can see, I've got no gap through this counter, so I need to make a little hole through there first. So I've had a quick look, and I've actually got this gap at the top through to this other side, which will fit the water supply and the waste, but not the power cable. So instead of making loads of big holes, I'm just going to try and take out like a little notch at the top, just so everything can fit through a bit nice and easier. I've cut my holes out, but I've changed my mind a little bit. I've made two, as you can see. So I probably have power going through that top one, and then the waste coming like through here, and obviously into there. So I'm going to cut the top off this now. Then we can feed the waste through. So the waste on the back of the machine is still attached, as you can see, which is this one here. Just take that off, and then we've also got the power, which you can see down there. In terms of the water feed, if it's a new machine, they usually come bundled inside. And that's in that bag there. So we'll open that up and get it connected. Before you get it pushed back into the space, you're going to want to make sure that it's level, because otherwise you can only adjust the front 2 feet. So if you do that first, they're basically little feet at the very bottom of washing machines, if you can get it. And you give these a little twizzle and they'll come in and out. So to make sure it's level, just put a level on the top, going one way and then the other, to make sure it's all nice and level. So this is what was in the bag. Like I say, you've got your water feed, some caps, which I'll show you in a minute, spanner, and then a little hose, basically for your waste, little holder. That kind of goes on there like that, just to guide it at the right curve, just so it doesn't get like bent. So these are little caps, and what we need to do first, if it's a new machine anyway, is take out your transportation bolt. So use the little spanner that it came with, pop it over there and just give them a twist. And we've got to do that with all three, and then in a minute we'll pop the caps over the holes that are left. Right, so they're all out. Now I just need to put these little caps in. A bit fiddly with one hand, so bear with me. 2, and then number 3. Okay, I've got 3, but just make sure you have a good look around and get all the transport bolts out, because some may have more. Right, so off camera I've kind of got everything lined up. As you can see, we've got the power cable here. Going over that gap there, and it's ready to be plugged in. I plugged in the water supply on this side. Obviously it's still switched off. That goes up, over. Obviously we've got this here, making sure the right angled piece is left ready to go in the back of the washer here. Then we've got the waste coming over and ready to go onto there. What I am going to do, which I advise you to do as well, they don't come with these. Just get yourself a little pack of these, we call them like Jubilee clips, and put one of them on. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. As I said, I'd advise putting one of these clips on. So what you want to do is put it over the waste pipe before you attach it. So this has got a rubber inside, and obviously these got the little ridges, not sure if you can see that. So it should be fairly tight, but we just want to make sure it's as secure as possible. So we're going to push this on all the way. Give it a little wiggle, and that has near enough gone all the way down to the end. Now what you want to do is get your clip, line it up just to make sure it's on this nice rubber bit here, and get yourself a screwdriver. Just tighten that up. Like I say, it should be pretty secure because they don't come with these, but when it comes to like water and drips, you don't really want it leaking anywhere, do you? So the more secure things can be, the better. I might just have to go and get a different screwdriver. There we go. Right, so you can see it's starting to get nice and tight now. And that really isn't going anywhere. Get a few more turns. There we go. So just to make sure it's nice and secure, I'd advise using one of these clips. So now the last part then, always the most fun part, is getting it into position. I'm going to struggle a little bit because I purchased some of these little rubber feet that it's sat on, meant to be like anti-vibration feet, but I was hoping I could kind of put them on there and push it, and I really can't, it doesn't budge. So I really don't know how I'm going to get the back feet on while it's pushed back. So this is, like I say, the fun part. We've just got to get it pushed back now.